Nafissatou Thiam, holder of the Belgian record in this individual discipline with 59.32.
Twice the Olympic champion, gold in Rio 2016, gold in Tokyo.
And this is heat number 2 then of the women's 100-metre hurdles with Nafissatou Thiam involved.
Well, solid start from Thiam, not brilliant. Good running in lane 3 there from the Italian Garavini. Garavini leading at the moment, and the Austrian Posch also going well and coming through late here and almost stealing it, although Garavini takes it, was the German Schaffer on the near side, and that winning time.
So we have another look here. Bit of a test for Thiam just to see what kind of shape she's in. Maybe she is learning as she goes through as well. Have a look here, Posch through the centre in the red vest of Austria, Garavini in the blue of Italy on the far side. Schaffer working very hard in the second half of the race to close.
So there it is after 2 heats. So Thiam down in 9th place. Jado Dowd 13.70 there.
So, mentioned that we also had the heptathlon high jump. So at last, Nafissatou Thiam enters the high jump at 180, having been an observer, and easily goes over. So, yeah, something like 186, 189 would be worth 1,093 points. Nafissatou Thiam, who of course hasn't competed prior to this competition all year. It's really difficult to say what kind of shape she's in, but not the first time really that she's come into a big championships without much form and has still delivered. Thiam then at 186, again looking very strong, so that's 1,054 points, and yeah, should be an opportunity for her and Katarina Thompson to break away from the rest of the pack. You can see there now that lead very much cut. Norwitz after 2 disciplines and the second of those incomplete, still in a very good position.
High jump in the heptathlon. Nafissatou Thiam, first attempt at 192. Well, this is her first high jump since Lausanne last year when she jumped as a guest in the Diamond League, and a very nice clearance indeed. Point of comparison, en route to taking the title in Munich 2 years ago, she cleared 198. This obviously a banker event. She holds the European heptathlon best at 202, which she did in Talence, that famous French multi-events competition a few years ago. And that was a superb clearance at 192. Now, first attempt at 1.95 m. Sails clear once again. Well, this is proving to be a very good points earner for Nafissatou Thiam. Interestingly, we're going off to the European Under-18 Championships next month, and there'll be a Nafissatou Thiam there. One of the top European Under-18 shot putters is now called Nafissatou Thiam, but she's quite wisely just changed the name to NAFY.
This is first individually the high jump result.
Thiam got over 150 points more than Kat there in that second discipline. It's a big, big gap she's got to make up, and don't forget that Thiam is a significantly better shot putter, for example. You know, yeah. She's got a mountain to climb now. Relative
to that duel, it makes a significant difference, yes. Nafissatou Thiam, though, that high jump, 1.95 m, compared to Katarina Thompson's 183, puts her in a lead of 108 points, and that is ahead of her teammate Norwitz. And I can tell you that that shot put first round effort is over Katarina Thompson's personal best. So what's this measurement going to be? In the first round, Thiam, personal best of 15.54, that was in Istanbul last year, 14.98. And she's over 3,000 points overall. So Nafissatou Thiam, second attempt then. Can she get over 15 meters? Real focus, real concentration from the Belgian. 860 points added to her tally at this point. Most of these athletes using the linear technique, and you can see that real explosion, that power, unleashing that shot. Looks to have gained that little bit extra distance here. Lazrak Klas, the big mover at this point. And coming into this, there were 10 places between those two particular athletes, and now 1. So it just shows you, well, you'd think that Nafissatou Thiam would be most likely to get a good night's sleep, but she might just be buzzing from the adrenaline anyway. Second heat of the women's 200 in this heptathlon then.
Of course, keep an eye on lane 3 for Nafissatou Thiam. Norwitz, the quickest woman in the field in lane 7. And it is Witz who had a very good start indeed. She's already up and gone past Jana Koschak on her outside. Witz with a clear lead coming into the home straight. Running well on the inside, Lovisa Carlson at this stage looking as though she could challenge her personal best. Witz starting to tie up just very slightly, but she does take the win. 23.86 for Witz, 1600ths outside her personal best, but very good point. And Carlson, well, we'll wait for confirmation, but without doubt, a personal best for the Swede.
Yeah, so only a tenth and a half off the personal best of Witz, which came at the Tokyo Olympic Games, part of her overall heptathlon best as well, where she scored over 6,500 points. But this is the real difference here. Norwitz is in personal best shape and having a fantastic competition. It's somewhat being overshadowed by a teammate, Nafissatou Thiam. I hate to say it, but I guess that quite often happens because Belgium don't win too many medals, but they do tend to win in the heptathlon. But all credit to Witz for the competition she's having.
So there we see the confirmed standings. Nafissatou Thiam coming through for third, just outside 24 seconds.
So, second group of the Javelin then getting underway. So, Nafissatou Thiam, holder of the Belgian record in this individual discipline with 59.32. We're tending to be looking at her 2023 season's bests as a better comparison. 52.61 last year in Ruttingen. And that is a big, big effort. Really, only injury can stop her now. So Thiam looking for a big helping of points going into the 800 metres. 53 metres exactly, worth 918 points. Yeah, let's see if Nafissatou Thiam can get any more than 53 metres that she's managed so far. Watching on keenly, and just over that 50 mark. Well, I can tell you with the 53 metres, it's worth 918 points. Third and final attempt for Nafissatou Thiam in the Javelin now. On the runway, building up speed. Getting that angle of release just right. Not fully attacking the runway, but doesn't need to. And over 50 metres for the third time. And Thiam has been pretty much unstoppable throughout the competition. There's only one point where Norwitz closed the lead ultimately earlier on, but to be honest, you still back Thiam to be very, very strong in this event. And here is how it looks overall. So left a picture how the standings are and expected to remain as they are, quite interestingly. Now, on to the conclusion of the women's heptathlon. It's been a great 2 days for these heptathletes, led, of course, by expected event leader Nafissatou Thiam, who's very much delivered. Leads by 209 points. Oriana Lazrak-Klaas has taken to this competition like a duck to water. Personal bests nearly all the way through, apart from when she was only 3 centimetres off it in the long jump. So her PB is 2:12.43 compared to Wits' 2:08.5 that I mentioned. Wits, of course, the world indoor champion, and we know that Katarina Johnson-Thompson and Nafissatou Thiam weren't there, but yes, Wits, you might say she's overshadowed at times given the quality athlete that she is, taking that opportunity, and now Thiam, the one who can certainly relax in this 800, as she quite often does, given the advantage that she has usually pulled out by this point. As I've been saying, that tends to be a measure of success, particularly for UK athletics these days. So, down to personal best 6:2.55. You can see fantastic that we have these real-time projections, even if you have to take them with a bit of a pinch of salt. And we had them at the World Championships last year. We saw Anna Hall against KJT. Here, the real battle. Look at this. Wits in front. Lasrat Klas again. Lasrat Klas is in the middle of this group. She's making an important move. Her head is rocking from side to side once again. Her determination is just thrilling to see. Noor Wits, though, is doing everything she can. Lasrat Klas will feel as though that gap is massive, but in reality, she is doing what she needs to do, I think, to hold on to silver as Wits comes through in 2:09.3, one of her fastest ever times. Nafissatou Thiam winning the European title once again. No doubt, really, about her form and fitness. How dare we have any? And it means, of course, she has secured Olympic qualification with this title. And she goes into Paris in what looks like pretty good shape. Nafissatou Thiam, though, the champion.
Yes, Thiam, marvellous 2 days of competition. And I make it unofficially that she's taken the championship record at 6,848 points. I've been scribbling down here, and I think that adds 25 points to the European Championship record that had stood to Jessica Ennis-Hill from 2010. So Thiam really dug deep there. She doesn't enjoy the 800 metres at all, but 2:11.79 with her coming home in 4th place for Thiam. That takes quite a lot of time off her personal best.
So Nafissatou Thiam about to have the Belgian flag around her neck. Yes, you're quite right, Phil. Adding 25 points to Jessica Ennis-Hill's performance in Barcelona in 2010. Oh, we've seen some great battles over the years at the European Championships in the heptathlon. Ennis-Hill, Thiam, Katarina Johnson-Thompson, Carolina Klooft, but a big personal best. Previously it was 6:2.09, and that was this year in France in Oyonnax. And yeah, given the quality athlete that Nafissatou Thiam is, it takes a big performance, I guess, to bring a big celebration from her. And this is the final result there. You can see no real movers. It was the battle between silver and bronze that we were all keeping that very close eye on. 39 points